Yeah. Way above. Cool stuff to check over in here again as well. Ah, this again. I was able to read this because it wasn't as cluttered over in here, but I would like to have something else over in here, because this is the reason why I have it on M speed. It would have actually been something if on stuff over in here. This is pretty much the reason why I actually have it over in here. If anything is over that speed, it just stays at that speed and doesn't slow down anything in the below parts of in here. So yeah, pretty much if the normal song pretty much okay, one actually say that over in here. Max 300? Not even sure how that would even look like in M300. Be a bit more cluttered a little bit, somewhat, not really that much over in here. Yeah. I'm not really sure if I can actually change max BPM for M speed. would have potentially passed this if I was able to see the entire thing correctly, but nah. Would it also be something if there's a minimum M mods BPM something? Sheesh. I played around a bit too much. Has to change already. Can't have any fun in here. Way too easy. Yeah, still. And it's still going to be that if it's below 20. Whatever. dropped it immediately at the beginning? Seems like it. I thought I was seeing something later on, but nah. Okay. Pre-pouring already, and there's stuff in here. Something that's on par on easy. What? end one, I'm not really sure if that was actually a little bit too quick or if it was actually supposed to follow the vocals. If it's a vocals, then it had been a bit too quick. Maybe saying something on the background. So on to he. Okay then, at least that one was somewhat something I would do potentially, not sure. On to check here. Okay. I can go higher if the patterns are playing along. Apparently around here, that's where they notice on how to actually do stuff. Either that or my 22 is actually alright. It's another something else. Still. But I'm still not sure what the fuck is going on upstairs. There's way too much going on. was checking if there were actually key sounds in here. So we're on pace, so we are now just getting to the halfway point. I'm not even sure if that is actually the halfway point or not. I will be guessing no. You're also saying no. I will be saying as a heads up, I was thinking if I should say this already. Not really already because of the re-uploads. If it goes into the segment, I'm doing my own step on this one. Of sync was playing. I mean, my inputs is not on par. I think that's pretty much the reason on why certain stuff just doesn't happen. I'm not sure if I'm now hearing stuff outside or somewhere else. I'm not sure. Or upstairs still. Of course, but this one. On to here, but since it's high up over in here, I'm not sure. Then. This one was actually doable over in here, so it might be actually a 25. Either that or I have caught a good day, actually. Not sure, whatever. Okay then. And let's check it on. Yeah, what had it been said? It's not dead. It's lower. Not sure if it would be same-ish over in here and whatnot. I would be saying because of the entirety over in here and it being somewhat lower, I would be saying a little bit lower on that potentially. Or on par, depending, not sure. Okay, it's outside. At least in terms of inside the house still, but outside. Would that even be the case?
Okay then.
It will still take a little bit of while, even though I am on the last stretch, and most of the time it's a doozy still, in terms of amount. Okay then. I would be saying it was just 1 pixel of the perfect bar. What am I doing? More again with he. Another one of those again. On easy, it's not that apparent. I did it at the very beginning. I mean, geez, that was a video. Still would like to get this one over with, but there as well, whatever. How many of was it where there were no key sounds again? And people complain because Okay. I pretty much dropped combo because I had to scratch, but why the hell would I even need to do that? Not sure. As again with some easies. Smack would have been there, but nah. Okay. Still wait a second with difficulties over in here. It's still different over in here, but I think the ones where it's hard are the ones that are problematic, quote unquote. I'd say. every time if the rhythm is not starting on the first actual full beat, I'm just getting out of it. Jeez. It's every time of in here because I'm following the rhythm, and if it's out, then I'm out. Apparently we might still be getting close to the 4-hour stuff. So many answers in here might actually go to 4 hours. I'm not really sure how many songs were there in the Just Let It department. Taking a sip over in here once in a while. Geez. I'm not even sure how my voice pretty much sounds like because I adjusted some things. It should be actually better. Falling off sync? Question mark, not sure. It might actually have been. Not my problem. Keep on saying it. Also not really sure if this is actually Outfox Alpha V problem because of certain stuff being wrongly cached. Yeah, they have problems with roundings. If it's anywhere off on the not really sure when stuff is already a problem, but I would be already saying starting from 32nd steps onward, I think. Also, what the fuck is this over in here? This one is actually harder than what has been advertised. In before semi-jumps. There we go. There might be a wall of jumps incoming. Jumps, sheesh. I might need to adjust again. Pretty much actually easy, so I might have an idea why this one is actually way too high up, so I might need to adjust over in here. So have it over in here. Can I have it there over in here as well? I'll be actually saying, yeah, have it in here, because I'm not really, yeah. During evaluation, select a screenshot, but over in here, screenshot a screenshot. Because select is something else over in here and whatnot. So yeah, onto actual other stuff in here. Okay. I wasn't much. I'm really saying thingy-majiggy SPS was quite low on this one. Yeah, what we say seems to be there. We're getting to the T over in here, but still. Was it supposed to be taking it this long for that sound file to be there? Oh, nah, can't be, because everything else was actually alright. On to he. Apparently it was wanted for you to be like that. Seems weird. Like I said over in here, only the usual. So because of everything being the same, it could be the same in terms of high school. I've actually reached the 3rd hour mark, so it will be a 4-hour session, and the next one might be even going a little bit overboard on that, depending. I could be switching up the days over in here because of a certain something. Yeah, I'll leave it with that. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, in terms of stuff, if the first two are pretty much the same, they are still keeping it that way. So I'm not really sure if there is also another something over in here I need to check over in here, because those are being differentiated, but not those. Whatever. Onto he. Not sure what happened over in here, because I heard stuff over in here. Of course, I know that I haven't dropped it at the very beginning. I'll leave it there. Onto he. We are going to V straight up almost afterwards. Somewhat only after. Blah, 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 geez. That's the beat. Another one of those. We're getting to T. We are still on T. I think it's the last one of T.
What happens to our heart when love breaks? Does it fade into a shadow of remorse when it aches? Or can it fly to the sky like a bird? Lighter than ever, stronger too. Oh, I think the heart always learns to come through.
Running with the beat or in the bow? What?
It's not our fault, it's how curtains fall. Even though it's hard to know, you are leaving this picture. You remain as a memory of summer when you loved. Even though winter cold feels warm, shining with light from all I kept inside from you. That is all the heart can live on and
It's both the same. But E equal 90. I should be smiling over in here because my cheeks hurt. Ah. On to he.
What happens to our heart when love breaks? Does it fade into a shadow of remorse when it aches? Or can it fly to the sky like a bird? Lighter than ever, stronger too. Oh, I think the heart always learns to come through. All I kept inside from you, that is all the
seriously over in here with the difficulty over in here. Or the easiest difficulty. Stop doing any of these. Even though I said over in here, if the lowest difficulty is pretty much a bit too hard over in here, do an easy one. That's not what I meant. It should be around 20 pre-calc. And not a something over in here. This time it is actually what I meant, but still. Just be around 20. Ah, this one I also brought over. That is the easy one. The other one is going to be something I might be failing. I will be failing because it's the 30. Let's check it. Okay. Almost. Also, I keep on seeing people getting in and then going out. Motherfuckers. low key sounds again. Okay, that was something. It was doable. It was quite hard. I might actually stay in the upper section because geez. I would be blaming the BPMs over in here because according to stuff over in here, it should have actually just straight up stayed over in here. It would have actually been that I really need to check on certain things over in here. Will take a while until I actually check on stuff. I'm not checking D7 in here. I would like to get it over with. So I'm near the end. Also, the song before was pretty much, even though it wasn't key sounded, it was actually on sync this time around. The last two beforehand were out of sync. There should be. Okay then. Another one of those. How many have? Oh, okay. Nah, it's most only on it. Whatever.
してさあ立ち上がれ Wow Wow ビーナスいつまでたってもビーナスあの青空に届かなくても Wow Wow ビーナスうつむかないビーナスさあ俺ならきっと乗り越えられるさ
Hayden? Everything else there, I need to check something else over in here. And onto he. Is it only lower end though, please? Not even sure if anything happened over in here, but I might be checking something. I'm not I'm not. God damn it. I'm not sure if it even had been picked up or something, because I'm really not sure on that part. Still, at least 4, because depending if there's another Z song and if there is another easy difficulty in here. I might be actually full 4 hours. God damn it.
Break down.
on doing something over in here for whatever reason. I need that something itches. And in terms of my hair over in here, because of the length over in here, it is doing the earbuds cable thing on itself. Okay, 3 left. There are nothing afterwards. The only thing that might be there are easies.
Watch your heart keep them beat down, shaking away. Just do all what you can do. Never give up, break up, set rules. You can start a new groove and love for who you are. Put your hands up, take look at the view. All the way you can do. Never were all alone. We are linked with love and peace. Explain. Never give up, break up, set rules. You can start a new groove and love for who you are. Put your hands up there, a very few. But to something to keep for the new discover. Take it out with the love and peace. Explain. One single piece dreams the world. Secret plan, hidden growing under your bed.
Okay. Who left? So I thought I saw something. The last song has an easy, fuck. But the actual easy is a hard one, so it could still be over soonish. Just 1.5 potentially. Okay. The last one might be actually quite hard. What's that? That was something else, okay. Last. Yeah, fuck off. I wasn't even getting to the hard part actually. I died before it. At least it's over. For now, of course, because this is just the half of it, and I think this is not even the half. So yeah, on to that next time.